For this challenge, I'm playing a game called the All-Birdie Challenge. So what you do is you count how many strokes it takes you to birdie every hole. And if you have to take extra shots, if you have to take mulligans, you just count each of those as a stroke. So the first hole is par 4, dogleg to the right. And I pushed it just a little bit, but it held on, and I had a bit of a tough shot over a ridge and hit a really, really good one and got as close to the hole as I could. It was about 20 feet or so. And so that hole I just made it 3 because I actually got the natural birdie there. But I think this hole will really explain the challenge if you don't fully understand it. So as I got a 3 there, I just counted as 3. But for the second hole here, I hit a nice shot in here to about 10 or so feet. And as you will see, I did not make the putt the first time here. So each of these putts are counting as a stroke. So this 6th one that finally goes in, this 4th putt I should say, puts me at a 6 for the hole. A thing I really like about this challenge is that it really helps you have an aggressive mindset. So even on this hole, the par 4 third, it's a long hole, it's 450 yards. And even though it's such a tough, long dogleg, all I was thinking about here is making birdies. So I love the mindset that it got me into. My second shot just bounced a little bit long, so here's my chip for a birdie. Wasn't able to get it to drop, and this again took me 4 tries, so I ended up with a 6 for the hole. I understand for a lot of golfers that this challenge is going to be really, really difficult. So if it's too hard for you, you don't have to do it with birdies. You can do it with pars, with bogeys, whatever is an appropriate challenge for you. You'll want to be sure to do it on a day when the course is not that busy, so you might have to do it on a bit of a rainy day because it can take a teeny little bit of time, but it's a really good challenge, and I really suggest it's something you try. It's a fun way to shake things up and a fun way to help you improve your mindset and get you into a scoring mindset. So anyway, on this par 5, I was able to clean up and get a natural birdie. This par 3 is 225 yards, one of the hardest holes we have at Emerald Hills, and actually made a really good swing here. It's pretty much right at the flag. Bounced a little bit long, but that's definitely as close as I could get it. A good thing about this challenge is it just highlights how close you have to be to the hole to have a legitimate birdie chance. Like I said, I hit my best shot of the day here probably, and from 20 feet or so, it's tough to sink that putt. You've got to be closer if you want a legitimate chance at birdie, and that's a nice thing to highlight. 6 is a short par 4 that I would normally lay up on, but I just wanted to get as close to the green as I could and hit a driver that thread into the very narrow chute up by the green. And I had this up pitch on an upslope, I should say. Came out a little bit hot and bounced by the hole, and I thought I'd be able to make that slider that I'd left myself with, and had a tough time of it. So just like I was saying on the last hole, you have to be pretty close to have a legitimate chance at birdie, and this one, as you see, I had a hell of a time getting this thing to drop. That's why if I did this again, I would definitely cap it at a 4-putt limit. I'd say if you don't get in 4 putts, maybe give yourself a 2-stroke penalty, but I took 14 putts there, and that was ridiculous. It actually caused the group to almost catch up to me, so I felt like I had to hurry a little bit on this hole, and thankfully I hit a really good shot first time around, but I was really rushing this putt, and just because I wanted to get ahead of that group again, and it took me 3 to knock this short putt into the hole. So there was another bogey on the card there. The mulligans aren't just for putts. You can see I hit a bad drive here, so I chose to hit another shot off of the tee because not too easy to make birdie from the trees. Had a pretty basic pitch that I was left with here, and just came out a little low and rolled a bit by the hole. So I mentioned a few times how you have to be close to have a legitimate chance to make birdie. But one thing I actually liked about this challenge is it helped me get in the mindset of trying to make these putts from 15, 20 feet away. I wasn't just trying to lag them, I was trying to actually get them in the hole. So that was another thing I really liked about this challenge. Last hole of the day, just a straightaway 400-yard par 4. Had a really nice drive, and as you can see, I had 107 yards into the hole. Hit a pretty good shot, but turned out it was just about 15 feet or so short. For these putts, just pay close attention to how the ball rolls. You'll see the putt actually breaks a little bit differently on each putt. It's just a nice reminder that you should relax a little bit, and you can't really control each putt going into the hole. Cut yourself a little bit of slack. I ended up shooting a 57, which was a funny thing to shoot for a round of golf where I didn't even feel like I played that poorly, but that 14 putt on the one hole definitely didn't help. So let me know what you think about the challenge in the comments, and if you give it a go, I'd love to hear what you shoot and how you find it to be.